Hello, everybody. Welcome to Social Media Pulse. I'm excited to be here with you today. If you don't know me, I'm Deb Mitchell. I'm the community manager here. You don't see me on lives very often, but I couldn't miss the chance to be on with one of my favorite people. I've got Lee Goff here with me, and he is a digital agency coach. I think, Lee, you and I met each other on Clubhouse a couple of
I
years
think,
ago.
yeah,
I think
I
that's
think
where I
that's
found you.
right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a minute.
And
Yeah, definitely.
I know that you've been here supporting our agency clients and our agency friends, and so I'm super excited to bring have you come over and tell us about your new project. But let me do a quick intro for you, if I can. I grabbed most of this from your website, so I'm sure you could do a better job. But let me just kick it off and say that you started your first agency in 2003, and you built it up to be a multi-million dollar agency, which kudos for that, because that is not an easy thing to do. Many of us with agencies are striving for that. That you semi-retired in 2014, and you successfully retired in 2016. But then along the way, you won a bunch of awards from Entrepreneur Magazine and Elite Business Finalists of the Year, and sounds like you had a great agency, and were doing great things with that. But then you suffered a heart attack, and then you took
Yeah,
time off to recover, and it sounds like you got some major inspiration during that time and started to go back into coaching and helping agency owners, which is great because so many of us that are agency owners are like very creative people and don't have that background of the sales and the
mhm.
business and that part of it. So I'm excited to have you talk to us about that. Um, let's see. I know that you like to focus on mastering sales and driving leads and KPIs and project management. So, anything else you want to add to that?
And I was going to go back to how whenever you have a heart attack, it kind of has a tendency to kind of light a fire on around a higher purpose, right? And so
Yeah.
that's exactly what I did. It actually, ironically, happened 6 months before I sold my first agency, and
Oh.
the doctor says that's not uncommon because you start to release a lot of the stress, and
Ah.
your arteries. And anyway, who thought it? Who knew, right? And so stress acts just like nicotine. So all of you agency owners out there that are super high stressed, do yourself a favor and figure out a way to remove that stress, working out, whatever it might. There could be a lot of different ways to do it, but try to get that stress out of your life. That stress led me to having some severe heart issues. Took some time off, and now I focus on coaching agencies, providing tools and platforms to them to make their lives easier. And of course, my number one focus is my little girl. I'm a single dad that I'm out of the office every day at 3:34, getting her off the bus and doing
Oh, that's
swim.
great. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, swim practice and band practice
Oh,
and
I
all
had
this
no
stuff.
idea you
Yeah,
had a swimmer. I have a swimmer. That's
yeah,
how I
yeah.
spent my agency time. I've owned an agency for over 25 years,
Mhm.
a really small boutique agency. But that's why I think I was so attracted to what your message is, because if I had ran into you earlier in my career, I think I could have had a multi-million dollar agency. So you want to kick off what your whole lead generation idea is, and start to share stuff about that.
Definitely. And so today we're going to start with what's called the Warm Lead Indoctrination Campaign. And this actually came, Christina fell in love with this. That's why we're talking about this, because it's a great little follow-up process. This follow-up process was actually built for, we have a partner community over on agencysonar.com. And it is a kind of what's called a fractional CMO platform that we built specifically for agents to come in, agencies to drive a lot more leads, like B2B leads specifically. And so they were getting so many leads, we had to come up with a way to kind of sniper approach these things because, if you're trying to carpet bomb, like sending out a bunch of automated stuff on this kind of scenario, it's not going to work. This is going to make more sense as we get into it. But the way it works over here is once you get the lead, you have to deliver overwhelming value. That is the core. That's the crux of this thing, right? So in the Agency Sonar platform, we have figured out a way to bring in what's called IP intelligence lookup data, combine that with enterprise level analytics, and what's called predictive analytics. So all of that goobly goop geek stuff basically means this: is that every single person or business that hits your website, we can uncover up to 30% of everybody that used to be anonymous hitting your website. So now, let's say Deb goes there from Agorapulse, and I'll see that Deb went there from Agorapulse, and then I go get Deb's personal email and personal phone number and call her. Now, that's why we say that you don't carpet bomb them. They didn't opt in. So do not put them in a campaign. All right? Don't do it, okay? But it's perfectly fine to do a personal outreach, to pick up the phone and call, say, hey, how are you doing? Or even better yet, just a one-off email. Hey, how are you doing? So what's happening is that my partners are closing literally between like 2 to 3 monthly retainer clients a week for $2,500 a week by following this warm lead indoctrination process. Okay. And can you share that screen over here? Do you
Yep,
want to
I
see if I
sure
can?
can.
Okay.
And, I'm excited because this is, right now we're doing a mission all about workflows. And so this is one of the reasons why we brought you in, is that this is the time that an agency could plug this right into their workflow and
Oh, literally. Yeah.
get outcomes. So this is the main reason. I should have mentioned that earlier. I totally
Well,
forgot.
yeah.
Okay.
And to your point, and to your point, you literally put a scripted code on your website. You start getting leads within very, very soon, and then you follow this pre-documented process. It's already all done. Literally, landing pages, copy, all of it are done, and it's a wonderful sales workflow follow-up process that works very, very well.
Okay, so I'm gonna
yeah,
make this bigger so
okay,
everyone can see full screen, and we're not gonna see either one of us, but we're here,
there,
guys.
okay, and I'll make
Okay,
it bigger.
yeah,
Okay,
there we go.
perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, so again, I mentioned a while ago about how you can have a system. You see this right here. This is my website, Marketing Agency Coach. This morning, literally not even an hour ago, I had an agency, Interactive Digital Solutions, pop up. Okay, so from here, you saw they did some stuff. From here, I go over here, and then I click this little button right here, and it tells me everybody who works there, right? And now all I gotta do is click that button, and I get the first name, last name, email, a lot of times a personal email, and a phone number. I'm showing you that because that's where these leads are coming from. Context is obviously very important, right? So cell phone number, office line, and then email. All right, so back over to, where did I go here? So back over here, whenever you get a lead, okay, and let's say you just kind of meet somebody at a show, or you're using the Sonar platform, or for wherever you get the lead, okay, the first thing you have to do, okay, is isolate what's called the right company and contact. Okay, so basically you got to find the right person to talk to. Now, again, if you met somebody at an event, you probably already know the person, or a lot of times they'll say you need to call Bob or whatever it is. So just make sure you're talking to the right person. Again, under the context of when you're coming here, you have to kind of find the right person, like director of sales or whomever it is you want, a CEO founder or vice president of marketing. Okay, so you can get all of this information. There's the Gmail, there's the work email. Same thing here, work, cell phone, office, no email, cell phone, office. Okay, and so now you have to determine which one you want to follow up with. From there, what you do is you deliver overwhelming value. And how you do that, we've isolated the top 10 reasons that your prospects would be visiting your website. Remember, people are not taking time out of their day to come to your website because they're bored. Actually, come to find out, a lot of people will do that. But the legitimate prospects are going to come there with a pain point or an intent. I need SEO. I need creative. I need logo. I need website. I need whatever, insert whatever it is, right? So over here, there's a company called My Web Audit. You don't have to use them. It's up to you. SCM Rush has this. There are tons. I think Agorapulse even has some of these things, to where you can do, like in Agorapulse, it's like a social media profile audit or a website audit or a Google My Business audit. These are all tools that are easily and readily available for $20 a month. Well, a lot of them are free. But the good ones are typically 20, 30, $40 a month. So when somebody lands on your website, and I'll tell you what, let me show you what it looks like from an actual agency. Okay.
Yeah,
just
and
like them.
I'm going to interrupt you for just 1 second and tell everyone that the instructions that you're sharing, that's actually located on Social Media Pulse. And so I will put together, while you're doing this, I'll put together the right link and drop that in for everyone on a banner for everyone to see. But you can hop over to Social Media Pulse and you can just search for Lee, or you can search for leads, and you'll see it on the website.
Perfect. And so over here, here's an agency, okay? And this agency they're getting a ton of leads, okay? And so here's one right here, 92 West. I have no idea who this company is, okay? But they have landed on their site and they have visited 9 pages. So they are interested in website designs, not rocket science, right? And they're also looking at some video work, okay? So over here, now you take this information that the Sonar platform provided for you, and you come over here and you saw that they were looking for website design. So you're going to want to run a website audit. And that looks like this. Wrong page. I think everybody kind of knows what a website audit looks like. So you run that audit and then you do a quick Loom video and you send that email out to the top 2 or 3 prospects that you've isolated on here. So 92 West, I click this, I click that. I go to 92 West, I click this, click that, and now I've got all of the owners, and now I got the owner, creator, the 2 owners, I'm sorry. And as you can see, I pretty much got everybody I need to. So I would send an email to Troy, Jamie, and Luke, probably, Tom Luke right there, okay? And I send it out. Now, again, it's very important that you do not drop these contacts into an automated campaign. It is illegal, okay? This is not intended to be a hardcore cold email type scenario. With the level of data that you can get out of the Sonar platform, cold it's dead. All leads you follow up with should be warm, if not hot, based upon the user activity that I just showed you on the screen in the Sonar platform, okay? So then you send out the email, okay? From there, you make the first phone call, an introductory phone call, usually 3 to 5 hours after sending out the audit and video email, okay? Now, go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are you sending one email with those people all on the same email so that it's going to like all 3 people, or are you sending separate emails? What is your strategy
We
there?
are. It's funny because what we're doing is it works out really well. So we'll send an email saying, hi, it looks like somebody from your website. One of you 3 brilliant people saw that you were having a problem with SEO and you visited my website. Not sure who had the remarkable instincts, but your instincts are accurate. We just ran a report for you and it shows that your organic SEO is plummeting off a cliff for the last 6 months.
Got it. Okay.
So here's what happens. All of them will get the email. And even if one of them didn't actually go to the website, they're like, hey, did you do that? No. Hey, did you do that? Hey, did you do that? Who is this? How do they know? And so now there's a positive conversation going about your agency. The last 8 clients that one of my agency partners closed literally hit their website and spent 0 seconds on their website. 0 seconds on their website. 0. I can show you. I'll show you. I got the testimony here, so I can show it to you. 0 seconds. He did this process, sent it to 40 different companies over the course of like a month or 2. I can't remember. 13, 14 of them replied back. 3 or 4 went ahead and clicked the calendar link and scheduled, and he closed down 8 of them, averaging $2,000 a month for 6 months contracts.
Wow.
This works. This is not cold. You know exactly what they're looking for. You know exactly who the decision makers are. You know the pain points. You literally, it's almost not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful, okay? And step 3, you do the phone call, okay? And always be helpful and always leave a voicemail. Remember, most people aren't going to pick up the phone. Most people don't want to talk on the phone. It's not the point. You're leaving a voicemail along with the email. And if any one of those 3 went on there, they're going to be super impressed. Wow, how did you get my information and know what my pain point is? 2, damn, a lot of value. 3, you got it. How'd you get my email, my phone? How did you do all that?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that that's creepy, and I have to admit, we thought it was creepy too. But that is exactly opposite of what we're experiencing. Because if you're a business owner out there and you see somebody doing that, what's the first question you ask yourself?
How'd they do that?
How did they do that? Right?
I want to do that.
I want to do that. Right? So you get over the creep vibe pretty quick, right? And again, we are not advocating for you to put this into a cold email campaign or any kind of automated campaign. We actually adamantly coach all of our partners to not do this. It is a one-on-one delivering overwhelming value scenario. But the beautiful part about it is this. You're not doing it with just anyone. You're doing it with people who raise their hand. Mm-hmm. They clicked on an ad or found you. They sought you out. They came to your website. Remember, you didn't go get them. They came to you.
Right.
That's a
Okay.
fundamental difference in intent, right? So now you do this, and now it opens up the doors. And here we go.
Well, can you imagine doing this with like, let's say you're doing like a local, like let's say you belong to the Chamber of Commerce, right? And you're doing some event, or you get an option to put an ad in, or you meet somebody in an event, then you can see who comes to your
That's
comes to
exactly
your
right.
site, and then you're making that actual connection and that human to human touch.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because that's what we're doing next month for our next mission. It's all about relationship building. And so this is a great way to do that. I love this.
It's funny you say that because we're actually out. Joe Polish has an event every year. It's called the Genius Network. Okay, and it's a super high tier event. It's really cool. And one of my students is a member there, and he was like, "Lee, I went to the Joe Polish event this last weekend, and just on a whim, I pulled up the Sonar platform, and every time my name came up on stage, I'd have 2 or 3 members from the event hit my website."
Oh, wow.
And then he had a 15-minute presentation, like a member present,
Yeah.
or I think it's like a 10-minute, whatever. And in that 10 minutes, he probably had 30 or 40 people hit. So what does that do? There are 300 or 400 people there. That literally took, instead of him trying to figure out the 20 or 30 people out of that 300 that actually have an interest and a pain point, he literally knew every single he literally would walk up to the person almost like a crystal ball. They're like, holy crap, I was just thinking about you.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That is slightly creepy, but it's very powerful.
It's a game changer, right?
Totally.
It's a game changer. So, all right. So just
It's
follow the
finding the
process.
needle in the haystack, kind of, right?
It's letting what's called. I'm going to get into how all this works.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop
No.
interrupting. You
Oh
keep telling us. Okay.
no. I get
Going
excited
back.
about this stuff. Are you kidding me? So that's how this what's called predictive analytics works. I'm going to show you this in a second.
Okay.
But it really literally does. What this does is that you go to an event for 500 people like that, and it's going to literally weed out the 90% that have no pain points or no needs, and you're going to see the 10%, only the 10%. You got to put the personal, the really high value, overwhelming value on, because you know that they're now worth your time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not wasting 30 minutes on everybody trying to figure out who actually has a pain point. You're spending investment time on the 10% that you know have a pain point.
All right.
Think about that from a marketing perspective, right? And by the way, none of these people opted in.
Interesting.
So lead magnets are dead. I don't even care about lead magnets. They're over. They're dead. I don't coach any of my students to ever create another lead magnet again. They're dead. It's over.
All right. That's a time-saving thing right there, right? Trying to come up with the right lead magnet.
It's a fundamental shift. Now, you still got to put something out there. Free SEO audit. Then you go do the ad. It gets over there. And you got to deliver. Don't get me wrong. Right. But the SEO audits are a tool. It costs you 20. You don't have to create a lead magnet. It's just right. It's just a tool. So, okay. So now I want to kind of show you how this platform works. Okay. So at its core, what it does is that a lot of people out there are familiar with like Zoom Info, Lead Fuse, Lead Fusion, Salesforce, HubSpot. These are all typically referred to as what's called enterprise level lead generation platforms. Okay. And every single system that I just mentioned right there, they all get their data from a company called Clearbit. Okay. This company right here is literally the world. Whenever it comes to data, this is where everybody goes. HubSpot, Zenefits, Intercom, Asana, Twilio, Salesforce. Literally, you go down the list of almost every single Fortune 500 technology platform company, and they almost all get their data from Clearbit. To go get the data from Clearbit, entry-level price is about $2,000 a month, and they require a 12-month agreement, okay? So what we have done is we have gone out there and we've negotiated with Clearbit, and we bought huge bulks of data. And we sliced it up into smaller chunks. Because remember, enterprise companies are looking for 20,000 visitors a website. Well, us guys, smaller agencies are looking for 500, right? You know, we don't need 20,000, and I don't need to pay 25,000 a year to get it. But I don't have a problem paying $300 or $400 a month to get another 20 leads. That's perfectly doable. That is a small business solution. So we went out and we got the same lead source data that all enterprise companies have. But then we took that and we combined it with what's called an enterprise analytics platform. So look what this is. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let me get over, give me 2 seconds here. All right, so these are campaigns, right? So I have Facebook, Insta, emails. I've got some what's called programmatic ads going and different things like this. These are all the campaigns. So you can create campaign tracking URLs. It's kind of like UTM parameters, but 10 times easier, okay? All of that is associated back along with every time they clicked on a link. You can see whenever the video recordings of it, you come in here, it tells you visit 1 at 11 o'clock, visit 2 at 11:37. And as you can see, this goes into huge detail, unlike most people have ever seen. Again, click that, it opens up the recording of what they've done. You've seen bits and pieces of this stuff all over, but you've never seen it all put together. And the most important thing is you've never seen it associated to the actual prospect information. That's the big deal, right? Think about that. So
I'm laughing because that's me.
Is that you?
Yes.
Is it really? That is so awesome. And so that's you. Watch. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna click this, and so watch. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if this thing works.
Oh no, my website's not great, but
no.
Obviously, looks like I have a problem with my website.
No, it's not the point. But okay, so here, I don't know who Francisco Valentino is, but I don't know who that is. Anyway, no, but normally, do you have somebody working for you named Francisco Valentino, or in the past? Maybe?
No, but I would say that my data is very convoluted.
Okay.
According to my website, because I work mostly by word of mouth, so that's not a good example.
Okay.
Like I'm not like, because I'm employed by Agorapulse, and that's my main thing, and Social Media Pulse. So the other thing is, that's funny.
but it's a great
example. Prime example. I came this morning to the website and to get the stuff for the bio, and you know it, and you know that I came, right?
Yeah, I know.
And you did have my town right, and there was good information on there.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's highly accurate. It's about 85% accurate on getting the precise contact information. And whenever you go delivering the overwhelming value, so now all of a sudden, so in the past 8 days here, I've had 67 leads pop up. Okay. All right. And so that's a lot of leads. I mean, none of these people opted in. So there's 67 people that didn't opt in. Right. And now you're not going to go pick every one of them. It's just one and one, like meaning one visit, one bounce, one view. They weren't there for any time at all. Don't really wait. You don't want to waste a whole lot of time. But if we've got somebody that's been there, they did 2 page views, right? They came in and they looked at this. They looked at contact, schedule a demo. This one would definitely be one you'd want to reach out to. Right.
Interesting.
So, yeah, exactly. And so what it does is it takes all of the guesswork out of who's hot, who's not, who should you follow up with, and why should you follow up with. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so now that's all good and dandy. That's value pillar 1 and 2, the leads and the enterprise analytics. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show a couple other things. Watch this. We can bring all your Google keywords in, all of your rankings, all of your clicks. Okay. We can bring in all of your campaign tracking. We can pull in all of your web vitals, and we can create goals, meaning that, for example, here, I'll show you, like time on site. Let's say somebody comes in and I want to say that if they were on my site for more than 60 seconds, put a little flag next to them saying that they were there. They visited 2 pages, they were there for 60 seconds, or they landed on this page. All of this, the goals, the acquisition, the keywords, the forms, the heat maps, the session maps, and everything else, the entire historical visitor history is all associated back to the company record. That's a game changer. There's nobody on the planet that can do that, to my knowledge, right now. Right? It's not. Have you ever seen anything like that, Dad?
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a game changer. So then, to add insult to injury, have you ever heard of Seamless?
Can't say that I have.
Okay, Seamless. Their tagline, okay, for real, is the best leads on the planet. Okay, the world's best sales leads, and they are. I got to admit, they're really damn good. Well, this platform right here, okay, it is everybody that signs up with us gets this one right here. It's what's called a pro. Okay, and that is you get 1,000 records, and you can download what's called 1,000 records a day. If you go
Okay.
get the pricing on this, it's going to be entry level, 6,000, most likely up to about $8,000 to $10,000 a year, and they do require an annual contract. So what did we do? We went and beat the Hades out of them and said, we're going to sell it, we're going to support it. You're not going to do anything except for take the money on the data. That's all we want is the data, and they gave it to us, and so we
All
got
right.
it for stupid cheap, right? So now everybody who is on the Agency Sonar platform also gets a seamless license. Now let me show you what that means. CEO, founder, owner, president, director, partner, creative, advertiser, media buyer in the marketing and advertising industry, and that has self-employed up to 500 employees, agent, and they have the word agency somewhere in their bio, title, URL, something along those lines, right? And I picked only USA. Well, there's 72,000 results.
Holy cow.
Right? I have already downloaded over 50,000 of them.
Wow.
Okay, so you can now take that list and put it into Facebook and run ads peer-to-peer to your direct target audience.
Wow.
Now, Facebook sucks when it comes to matching up. So the reality is, whenever you get that seamless data, there's only about 15% that's going to match up. So I'm actually guiding people more in the direction of doing this. This is what's called programmatic. You can do the same thing. You can upload the list, but you can also come in here and do marketing, director of sales. These are all what's called pre-built lists, right? Okay, hold on, sorry. Right here. So let's say they want to target plumbers. Okay. Professions, plumbers, right here. There's an entire list already built for you. Plumbers. So whenever you upload a list from Seamless for 50, 60, 70,000, and you combine it with these what's called pre-segmented lists, this is what Facebook targeting used to do. Now it's in these type of platforms because they are combining Google data, Facebook data, and about 20 other enterprise data ad networks like what's called Gum and a lot of what's called enterprise level ad networks. So they take all of that and they aggregate those data into these what's called segments, pre-segmented list. Okay, so you go build a list via Seamless, you upload it, you tell them the demographics, you pick the list you want to go to, and then you run the ads. Right? Makes all that make sense?
Yep. Wow.
Okay. Right? Okay. And so then you click this, and where did it go? Let me do this. Okay. And then so here's the creative right there, and then it delivers it out. Right? Okay. Everybody. I know I'm kind of getting in the weeds here, but these are all professionals, so hopefully they're tracking along. Right? So
Yeah.
all right. So now we are driving traffic, remarkably targeted traffic, for very cheap because we have a targeted list. We don't even care. We don't even care if they opt in, but we're not going to put them in a campaign. We're going to deliver overwhelming value. Okay. Then we get to actually turn around and by the way, all agencies have the option to come on and be a partner for Agency Sonar, and they can resell the platform to their base.
Okay.
So we offer agencies what's called free trials. You can go out and give away free B2B leads for 30 days to build your business. And have you ever seen a business that turned down free leads for 30 days?
No.
It's called magnetic marketing, and it's a game changer for agencies. So you now have the ability to build unbelievably precise lists, to provide enterprise level analytics, to put a money-back guarantee on doubling and tripling your leads from every campaign you run for your clients. You can literally say that to your clients and guarantee it money back. And this platform is absolutely just blowing it up. It's a game changer. It's so revolutionary. It's awesome. It's revolutionary.
It's scary that you could get that targeted and not have to do like a lot of manual work, right? It seems like it's like the fact that there are those kind of lists out there. And like you said, it's not available to many small businesses, right? We can't afford to spend $6,000, $4,000, $2,000 to get so much data. You can't even deal with it. I love that you can you're getting it. Like you guys are buying the data in bulk, and then we're able to do something that is more on scale with what we could actually deal with, right?
Yeah, and to your point, entry level price on this is about $400 to $500. If you want to just get the retail, like one license for your agency, it's about $350 a month. If you want to be a partner, okay, to where you get all group coaching, it's a lot. You get the free trials. You actually get 2 accounts, one for your agency and one to resell to make your partner fees back, blah blah blah, and that's about $500 a month. So think about that for a second. If you got one lead every 90 days that closes out of that, you only paid $1,500 for, over 90, what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
comparative, and it's month to month. So if you ain't happy, cut it off. Now, if you cut it off and come back later, you're going to lose all the data you had before. So just, keep that in mind. Does that make sense? But it's literally month to month, no strings attached, money back guarantee on your leads. It's best. This is so ideal for agencies, because who do agencies serve? Businesses, right? B2B.
Yeah.
It's wheelhouse for them. Let me show you one other thing. I'm going to show you a student out in Omaha.
Okay, I'm going to pop it over so we can see it big.
Okay. He is doing the same thing. He's doing what's called programmatic. Okay. And let's see here. In the past 6, 7, 8 days, okay, he has gotten 43 companies that have registered. He is getting 4 to 6 project requests a week. And he services predominantly the Nebraska area. Look, like Nebraska. It's remarkably targeted. Nebraska.
Yeah, right.
It's unbelievable. Some of it, you're going to find out when you get on this system, about 70% of all traffic on all websites is BS. It's college students, it's vendors, it's competitors, it's ex-wives, it's friends. It's just people just trolling you, basically. Okay. But for him to have, and I'm not kidding you, about 80% of the people that come through to his site are super focused to Omaha. It is right where his wheelhouse is, right? Or plumbers. And so it's just absolutely crushing it. And same thing with a lot of other, and as a matter of fact, he's going after IT companies. So $100 says he's already called this guy. It just came in an hour ago, right? So he's probably all over this guy pretty quick. So,
okay, so is there any kind of component of keeping track of how you follow up with them, or are you taking these names and you're putting them into like a CRM system, or is there like a plugin? Like, how are you keeping track of all this kind of stuff, all these people?
Okay, so whenever you come in here, okay, you're going to have the company tab right here. Then you have follows tab and you have hidden tab. Okay, so when you click this and you click this, you have click this and you click this. You can now email that you can email it to a rep, you can follow it, or you can hide it. So you can manage what you're seeing here. Okay.
Okay.
Then from that point forward, you can actually push directly into. You see that right there? It says CRM. Connect to your CRM.
Yes. Okay.
You push that button and it goes straight into whatever CRM you want.
All right.
Now, again, you don't do that with everybody. You only do that with the people that you sent that warm lead indoctrination campaign. They're like, oh, okay, great. Now you got an opt-in, go in there, push the button, and they're in.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Right. And again, some people are taking these. Candidly, I'm going to download this list and I'm going to put it into a cold email program over somewhere else, and see what kind of results I can get out of it. But that's a different thing. That's just a cold email. Now, anybody that comes out of that cold email and lands on the site, I will see them hit the site and then I will engage. But I'm not going to waste my time doing anything else.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Well, and again, I think what's also kind of cool is it gives people a place to start. Because I think it can be a little overwhelming with where you you need leads, but you're like, how do I get more leads? And so this is a great way to be able to do that.
Yeah, I tell you what, one of the things about this is that we offer, free trials, right? So you can go, agencies can now go out and offer 30 days. Most agencies slice up to 15. So you can do 15-day free trials or 30-day trials, however you want to do it. And so if you have a problem driving business, okay, it's not hard to give away free things. Anybody can do that, especially when you know it's going to drive overwhelming value. Again, you're not giving away a free something that doesn't harm. This these leads, bro, there's leads. And it works for 70% of the people. And you tell them that, hey, listen, I'm going to give you a free trial. 7 out of 10 people this works for, 3 out of 10 it doesn't. If you're one of the 3, we're just going to turn it off. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
If you're one of the 7 out of the 10, let's talk. And here's what happens. As soon as the business owner sees this technology, they're like, holy crap, what is this? Can you do more of this? And so it takes you out of you trying to sell. Now you're a trusted confidant, a trusted advisor, because they ain't never seen nothing like this. They're like, whoa, what is that? And now they start talking to you. Instead of a sales rep, they start talking to you as a partner. And you will feel it. You will see it. You'll see it. Where did you get it? Can you do more stuff like that? I've been thinking about this. Can we do that? And that's what happens.
Okay. Well, I think that anything that can bring leads in for agencies at this point, and with the way the economy is going and, so much uncertainty, I think people should try it. And so you are bringing to us a special offer.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell everybody about how they can get that and what that means?
Definitely. The first 10 people that shoot me an email, okay, lee@leegoff.com, and just say I want the Sonar free trial in the subject line, okay? And we'll get you all set up. And it's the first 10 agencies that send it out, okay? And again, I'll just manually keep up with it over here. We kind of put this together pretty quickly here, so
yeah, I know. Does this work?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so
that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And again, I don't know when you're watching this. It might be 6 months down the road, but still send the email because I can still get you, try to get you some free leads or something down the road like that. But this one I'm going to give personal coaching with and everything else. So if you're watching this and you want to get some free leads and you want to see how this platform works and how this partner program can work, just shoot me an email real quick, or just go to agencysonar.com.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you bringing this over. Like I said, we do have a lot of agencies in our community, and anything we can do to help them is key. And I think you've got some amazing ideas on out of the box ways to approach getting new clients and getting leads. And so I love to be able to support you with this, and congratulations on this because it's a relatively new project, right, for you?
Yeah, we've been working on it. I'm sorry, this was actually built by an agency owner out of trying to keep his clients longer. He didn't want his clients firing him, because he couldn't prove that he was driving. And so he started about 4 years ago, and he brought me in about a year ago to help to do the go-to-market strategy. And I'm a partner in this. I'm about half of it now. So
yeah, I love it. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I love it. I've been so excited about it. So.
Thanks so much for coming. Let me just quickly jump over to the community, see if anybody has any questions. I know people are making comments. I see the comments. I see you all there. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Well, I don't see anything listed specifically over at Social Media Pulse. So if you have questions, you guys, Lee is in the community. He's in our agency owner mastermind group, which we're slowly putting together. So if you're interested in that, that's an option for you to get some time and get some interaction with Lee. And feel free to add any questions that you have to the post over in the community. And I know Lee will pop over and answer it. And if you have any successes with this, we'd love to hear about that too.
Definitely. And so if anybody's out there looking for leads, give us a shot. And I think that you're going to be very pleasantly surprised.
I love it. Thanks so much, Lee. It was great having you. And I know you'll be back with more stuff eventually with support for the agencies. And I just think that that's such a awesome mission that you're on. And so I appreciate you coming.
Thank you so much, Deb.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you soon. See you over in the community. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Bye.